Ahoy there, YouTubers, and welcome to episode number 23. So, for this session, I am back at Simpson Valley. However, we are on a different lake. The lake you see behind me is Upper Fuzzy. I fished this lake last year. I think it was like episode number 13 or something like that. Can't really remember. Just did the one fish out of here then. A few things have changed since then, so I'll talk you through those now. Since my last visit, this lake now has 70 fish in it. So you've got the 30 originals that were in here, and you've got 30 stockies as well. So there's 70 fish. The stockies run from anywhere from a mid-double to sort of like the 5 or 6 pound mark. So I felt like a bend in the rod this weekend, a bit of a break from mallard. I have had a fish out of there since my last video, just a 17 pound nice little common, but unfortunately still working on it to get through to the big fish in there. So there's a few guys up on that lake this weekend. My experience of it, too many lines in the water makes it switch off even more, so decided against that. However, this lake behind me fishes, doesn't matter how many people you've got on it, it seems to be. So I've come down here for the weekend. I'm doing a 48-hour. There are a couple of guys booked on for tomorrow that I know of. So at the moment I've got the whole lake to myself, and I've decided in the swim right here behind me. Everything is really easy fishing in here. All the fish you tend to find come right down from in the edges, from my experience of it anyway. So yeah, everything's pretty much an underarm flick. It's about 1.5 acres this lake. Stock wise, fish go to 30 pound. Some of you may know I had a 31 pound ghost common about a month ago, and that came out of the lake behind me. There's also, I think, another known 30 in here, which is just a common. That fish has yet to come out, and that has been in here for absolutely years. There's so many tales about this place, it's ridiculous. But there are fish in here that you just never ever see on the bank. So you never know, if you go enough, as much as I do, you may get lucky. So I'm going to get myself set up and ready. I've pretty much put everything up behind me already. Bivvy's already up, nice and far away from the water as well, because I want to try and be as quiet as I can. It's kind of like one of those waters where you've got to be really quiet and stuff like that. Even though I'm being really loud now, it doesn't really matter, because I'm going into the town first before I start to go and get a couple of bits and bobs, because I was a little bit late finishing work today. So I'm a little bit later than I anticipated, but it doesn't matter too much, because this place doesn't really get going until sort of like early evening time, and then anywhere through up until about 8 o'clock. So I've seen a few fish cruising about here. I've got a lovely little channel down here, which I'll show you in a minute. Runs through to the islands, and fish use this periodically all the time. Like I've seen 2 fish go through it already, and I've only been here half an hour. So that's where I've decided on one rod, and my other rod I'm just going to stick straight underneath this tree down here. But I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you the baits that I'm using a different kind of bait again. I've gone for one of my rods. I'm going to be using the Biomarine Boilie by Munch Baits. So I've heard quite a lot of things about them, decided to invest in 5 kilos of it. I was really surprised, because the quality of that bait looks really good for a shelf life, and it is soft. And when I say soft, I mean like Play-Doh, you know, so that could be a really good thing. Fish is just boshed out there as well. Don't know if you can see it, probably not. But yeah, anyway, right, I'm going to get myself sorted so I can get fishing, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Okay, boys and girls, so this is going to be the approach for this session. This right here is kind of like an overhanging tree that comes out, and then through there you've got a channel that runs right the way through. That goes to a couple of islands at the back. If you go back to my video from when I was here last, I did a full lap of the lake, so you'll be able to see where this kind of like section is. It's kind of like the middle of the lake. and you've got a channel that runs all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I've put a bit of bait out around that area there in between the trees. I've managed to get in behind that tree to bait it up with. So I've just put a load of the Munch biomarine boilie to start with under there, and we'll see how that one goes. So my second rod is literally going to be sort of like just an underarm flick just off of this bush here. It's kind of like a tree, but yeah, I'm going to put a load of bait down there as well, just a bit of pellet and a few bits and bobs. There is a lot of small stuff in here, and there's a lot of pike as well, but it's never really been too much of a problem carping wise, because they seem to come in whatever. They don't give a toss about the pike, so it seems. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, hopefully get into a few fish. Here's a quick lowdown on the baits that I was talking to you about. So these are the Munch baits, biomarine boilie, kind of like a fish mealy sort of boilie. They absolutely reek just out of the bag, but I've made them even worse because I've glugged them up in a salmon oil and a bit of cloudy krill liquid. And if I squeeze that like that, you can see there, I mean, it's just ridiculous how soft these things are. You know, I don't think you get them very far on a throwing stick out the bag. I mean, look at that, it's amazing. So yeah, I was really impressed with these. They look an awesome bait, and price wise, they're kind of like 5 kilos is, I think, 31 pound, something like that, £31.50, and Go Outdoors. So they seem to be the cheapest place to get them. If you buy them in a kilo bag, they're kind of like, you know, you're talking about like the £8.99 price. But if you buy them in bulk, then it's worth doing. So yeah, really looking forward to using those. My second method for my right hand rod is basically the same as pretty much as what I always use, which is a mixture of 2mm and 4mm pellet. And that is combined with the Stickies Vortex boilie, turned into crumb, some of it turned into halves and wholes and all the rest of it, and that's what I'm going to be using on my right hand rod. Just a bit of that, just underarm flicked underneath the tree. You can see there that leaves quite a nice little carpet, and hopefully bring in a few fish. So in amongst all of everything that what I'm doing, I'm using the same approach as I always do. You all know what it is by now. It is the ever faithful solid bag. Mainly using wafters. I have pop-ups as well. Pinks, whites, yellows, you name it, I've got it. Just whatever works best, really. I've always done well on a food bait as well. They seem to just go for everything in here. So hopefully be good. Right, so now I'll put the lid back on. I'm off down to the shop, get a pizza, because I have absolutely nothing prepared because I had a nightmare at work, as I said earlier. Gonna go get a pizza and then I can chill out. Oh, and a pint of milk, need milk. So yeah, gonna be doing that, and then that is it. I can get my rods out. So I'll catch you guys in a bit when I come back. We're just coming into sort of like 9 o'clock now. May look quite light on the camera, but it's actually getting dark. So yeah, nothing has happened as of yet, but we are now in bite time. Usually from now until about 8 o'clock in the morning is the kind of time that you'd expect something to happen. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, we'll pick up a couple tonight. If not, I'll be surprised. Usually you do. So yeah, until then, tight lines. Just about getting dark. It's about half an hour since my last bit of camera before I turned off. Just had this one on the left hand rod. No, sorry, the right hand rod underneath the tree. Pretty lively. See if I can hold it up here. It lets me. It's pretty angry. There we go. £19. Just about £19. I thought it was a lot bigger in the net. Thought it was going to go 20, but nice ghost common. not had this one yet. So there's a number of ghosties in here. I've had 2 of them, and this is the 3rd one now. So really thick fish. Definitely going to put on a little bit more weight, this one. So yeah, I am happy with that. I'll show you the other side. There we go. Nice 19-pound common. Excellent way to start the weekend. Let's hope for some more. Happy with that. Good things come to those who wait. Like I said, this place is really all about the margins. They really get in there in the night. So this is just proof of it. And this one was on the pellet and the vortex. So yeah, pretty good. Right, I'm going to get this fish back now. And we'll see if we can get another one. Good morning, YouTubers, and top of the morning to you. So, we're at the morning now. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. As you can see, everything's pretty quiet. Just the one fish last night. I did have a run at 3 o'clock this morning, but I ended up losing it. And that was on the left-hand rod this time. So I've had a run on each and I've landed one. So, not too bad really. It's just a case of just sitting back and waiting again. I've put out a couple of new bags this morning, a bit of bait, and we'll see what happens from there. From my experience at the moment, the days have been quite quiet. It's kind of like during the night and during the evening sort of time and morning time that you tend to get them, but kind of coming out of that period now. So it's not impossible though, so I'm just going to sit back, have a cup of tea as usual, and see what happens from there really. Just going to carry on with the same spots and the same approach. Unless I see something to cast to, I'll be leaving it where it is. So yeah, just me at the moment as well. I thought there was a few more people booked on, but at the moment just me, so that's kind of a bonus, because the less lines in the water the better, I guess. So yeah, right, time to have a cup of tea and chill out for the morning. Howdy ho, YouTubers. We're at that time of the vlog where we do the weekend wife box. Woo! This one has a slightly different spin on it, so I've been told. So let's get inside and see what's going on. Okay, slightly different spin. Okay, first up, bottle of Sprite. Flips. White fudge covered pretzels. Lovely. A twat cat, apparently. Thanks, wife. Pasta, always need that. Noodles. Cumbermint energy drink. Thanks very much. Another random energy drink. Thanks very much. Ooh. Wine gums. A box of wine gums. Must have done something really good this week. Mint Imperials. Pretty sure I've seen these before. Oh look. Cola dicks. Thanks. Lovely. What? Really? Really? Oh, there's a nice picture on the back as well. Mmm. They're going to be delicious. I got 2 boxes of them. Thanks. Oh god, what the... A random bottle of hydro juice in case I get dehydrated. Fishing for floaters. Bathtub game. Right. Might have a problem with that one. Unless I'm going to use it in the lake. But yeah. Good to see that she thinks I'm suitable for games aged 3+. Thank you very much, wife. And last but not least, I think it's another random cup. Yes it is. And this cup, the cup of the week, there's loads of cups. No comment. Well, she said there was a different twist on this one, and there certainly is. Thanks, wife. I know that everybody seems to love this little feature, so we're going to be keeping it. That was the Weekend Wife box. Woo! Hi guys, and welcome back. So we're just at about 7 o'clock in the evening now. Not much filming today because basically it's been absolutely dead. Just as I thought it might have been. Nothing at all during the day here, so hopefully, fingers crossed, within the next couple of hours we should get another pickup. That's my plan anyway, because nothing's happened. So yeah, nothing to report. Nobody turned up in the end apart from Jamie, who's on the other side of the bank. He's the only one here. I think there's 2 booked on tomorrow, but that's it. That's all there is. So gonna make the most of it, and yeah, hopefully get one out tonight. Made a change to one of my rods, so the right hand rod that was located down in the margin down there is now fishing out in the open water out there. So I've seen a lot of fish moving around, so I thought fuck it, I'd try an open water spot. So just got one out there, big bed of pellet over it and boilie. So we'll see what that does. But until later on, I'll leave it there, and hopefully tonight make it going. Just on the darkness again. Well, pretty much is darkness. It's about 10 o'clock. Just had this one after losing one early on. So that's a little comment. About respectable double, probably just around 14-15 pound, I guess. At a guess, not going to weigh it because it's not a PB or anything like that, but it is quite a respectable double. There we go. Mint condition, nice little fat fish, loads of growth to come to it. Yee, happy. And that one was on the right hand rod out on the open water spot. So I'm going to get this back out right now and get this one back. Lovely job. Hello again. So it's just gone 3 o'clock in the morning. Just had this little one, probably just about £10. One of the stockies that went in here. There we go. Yeah, just about £10. Nice little common. really good condition. Got a lot of growth to it as well. Quite a young fish. Not the biggest fish in the world, but definitely got the potential to be. Right, back to bed for me, and hopefully get another one. Yeah, good morning YouTubers. So, yeah, quite a productive night last night. Did have another fish as well, just a little 5-pounder, so I didn't bother filming it, I just put it straight back. And lost a couple as well. So during the night last night I had 5 runs in total and landed 3, 2 for the camera, obviously 1 I put back. So pretty productive really. Today again is another hot sunny day. I'm not expecting too much to happen, but you never know. If your rod's not in, you can't win. So I'm going to sit back and see what happens today. Probably stay till about 3-4 o'clock. I have got fish in the area sort of like milling about, so I'm just going to sit on it and we'll see what happens from there. But unfortunately my buddy Jamie didn't have anything last night, which I'm really surprised about, because his location last night for me was spot on. But he's doing a bit of stalking this morning, walking around, just to see if he can get a fish off the top before the end of his session. So yeah, it is what it is. But until then, I'll turn this off and hopefully catch you later on with one more fish before we go. Hi guys, right, so I'm pretty much at the end of the session now. I'm just about to get all packed up and all the rest of the good stuff that goes with packing up. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Hopefully it will give you an insight into what Upper Fuzzy is like compared to Mallard, the top lake that I did the video on last time. So you can tell there is a bit of a difference between the two. If you want to go out and catch fish, then this lake is definitely the one for you over Mallard. Mallard is more of a specimens angler's water really, but the rewards are there for sure, and that's why I fish that one quite a lot. I just come down to sort of this one for a confidence boost and a bit of a bend in the rod every now and again. So, but there are some big fish in here, there is no doubt about that, and there's some really nice fish as well. So my next video will be the annual annual YouTube bloggers social, that's what it's called. So yes, I will be attending that at Nash Royston Lakes this year. So really happy to be going there, and yeah, really happy to get selected to go to it. So yeah, really cool. So can't wait to do that. Got a bit of a drive to get there. I think it's about 6 hours. So that's next weekend anyway. Obviously I will blog it, and I'll put that one up as soon as I've done it. But until then, that's a couple of weeks guys, tight lines, and I'll catch you for the next one. Thanks for watching.